Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. Trump administration officials are now confirming that the ongoing government efficiency purge may result in the termination of more than 200,000 federal workers. That's 200,000 people who provide all kinds of government services and whose lives are being flipped over. The randomness of it all has created chaos across the federal government, but a lot of MAGA conservatives seem to think it is funny, and they appear especially amused with the antics of Elon Musk.
Was Elon Musk's hand gesture a joke?
Which hand gesture was
The one he did the salute?
Are you kidding me? I can't count how many media people I've seen doing that.
Well, he did it like to his chest, and then he did it outward like that.
That was a joke.
It was another joke?
Yes, it was a joke.
When Steve Bannon did it yesterday, was it a joke?
Joke.
Why are they? Why is the Nazi salute a joke though?
Because the Nazi salute is done by a free enterprise person.
Wait, you're a veteran. You're defending the Nazi salute right now?
No, I'm not defending I'm defending the joke that embraced it.
Is that a funny joke to you?
It's a very funny joke. I see comedians do it every night.
Doing the Nazi salute?
No, doing the condemnation of something that Trump does and misinterpreting it.
So if it's a joke, would you do it right now?
He wouldn't do it because that veteran knows it is not funny. But there you heard the lengths a conservative will go to twist basic reasoning and logic in order to defend Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Late-night comedians tell jokes, therefore conservatives insist it is okay for Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, and others to give a Nazi salute and claim that is a joke. The comparison makes no sense. But this is MAGA world, and trying to find intellectual honesty or decency among the MAGA faithful or at a gathering of conservatives is often impossible. Another example involves what is known as a conflict of interest. Elon Musk's companies get billions of dollars in federal subsidies and tax breaks courtesy of the U.S. government. Those companies are also regulated by certain government agencies to make sure the companies follow federal laws. But Musk's Doge team has eliminated many of those regulators. Normally, that would be considered a conflict of interest, if not flat-out corruption. But MAGA conservatives, even while acknowledging the conflict, say we should all simply trust Elon Musk.
I do believe that he's doing it for the American people. I mean, he doesn't have to. He's volunteering, right? And look at
Elon Musk. You're saying he's volunteering to do his Doge thing.
Right.
Well, is it volunteering if you're giving yourself a bunch of government contracts, going to make millions and millions and millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars a year?
I mean, on the surface, that looks like a conflict of interest, and I could see that.
Even if you dig a little deeper, it still kind of looks like a conflict of interest.
I agree. I personally just need to keep the faith that there's more to it. So I say give it some time.
Faith, not facts.
Well, faith and facts. It has to be both, right? I mean,
I think so, but you were saying there's a conflict of interest with Doge, but you're okay with it for now because of faith.
There might be.
Yeah.
There might not be. He claims that he's excluding himself, right, from conflict of interest. Time will tell. I hope he is. That's what he's telling us.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could believe him, but I'm like, how do you get to become the richest person to ever have lived if you're concerned about the average American? Those two things don't add up to me.
I agree.
And MAGA person agrees and seems reasonable. But the message is trust Elon Musk and Donald Trump because they are working for all of us, not for themselves. It's a quaint and fairy tale defense mechanism that keeps MAGA folks from having to confront reality. But imagine if this was a wealthy Democrat, say George Soros, who was brought in by a Democratic president, and Soros tried to get rid of all the agencies and regulators Soros didn't like. Would conservatives be so calm and urge everybody to just trust George Soros and give him the benefit of the doubt? Of course not. But because this is Elon Musk and Donald Trump wrecking our government, tanking our economy, and delivering misery to the neediest people in America and around the globe, all is fine, conservatives insist. Trust Trump and Musk. The Good Liars guys who did those interviews are known for using humor to shine a light on the absurdities in MAGA world. The clips are often hilarious, but there is also a frightening reality about MAGA that comes through very clearly. The former lieutenant governor of Georgia, a Republican, recently appeared on CNN and said that it was clear to him that the Trump administration is running a multi-level fraud. Here is Jeff Duncan. Watch.
What if Donald Trump cares more about running a Ponzi scheme than he does running the country? Because that's what this is shaping up to be. This is about creating a system that's 5% shinier every week, shock and awe, so that you forget about the things that he promised last week. It's just like Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme. It's the same thing. Instead of dollars, it's votes, right? Every time, and Bernie Madoff and other Ponzi schemes proved us exactly what this is. You got to have a leader that has no moral fiber, and you got to have street peddlers to push it. And that's what's happening here. There's nothing that's actually getting done. Donald Trump doesn't care about solving problems.
Donald Trump doesn't care about solving problems. Duncan makes a compelling argument. In Trump's first term, Trump said he was going to build a wall, have Mexico pay for it, and stop illegal immigration. Trump did none of that. Trump said he would bring back U.S. manufacturing. It fell off a cliff. Trump said he would grow the U.S. economy by 4% a year. It topped out in his first administration at 2.9%. During the last presidential campaign, Donald Trump promised to end the war in Ukraine on day one. The war is still raging, and Trump is actually strengthening the hand of Russia. Donald Trump promised to bring down the price of gasoline and food. Gas and food prices have gone up since Trump took office. Trump promised to deport 11 million undocumented migrants. Trump's deportations, for all the fire and brimstone, are actually happening at a slower pace than the Biden administration. And now Trump says he will cut trillions of dollars in wasteful government spending. But instead of going through Congress, Trump and Musk are trying to eliminate government agencies themselves and are being blocked by the courts because such actions bypassing Congress are unconstitutional. Does Trump care that he hasn't accomplished anything other than creating confusion and chaos? What actual problems has Donald Trump solved? Well, there is one. Trump has fed so much nonsense to the MAGA base that it's even more difficult than ever for those MAGA fanatics to separate fact from fiction. And MAGA world was awfully gullible to being misled in the first place. And that means to MAGA that a Nazi salute is just a joke. Elon Musk has no conflicts of interest, and Donald Trump is getting things done. Thankfully, the rest of the American public is catching on. They don't think that Donald Trump's actions are very funny or successful. And Donald Trump's poll numbers 1 month in are now worse than any president in U.S. history 1 month in. What a start. By the way, Donald Trump cheerleader Sean Hannity recently got schooled with facts on his own Fox show.
I'll tell you this, more deficit has accumulated under Donald Trump than the other president in American history, but I'm glad that you're on the fiscal responsibility bandwagon. I'm glad you're on the bandwagon of Bill Clinton being able to balance the budget and bring unbelievable prosperity to America. But, you're reading these polls, and I'm reading the polls saying the Democrats are 13 points up in the congressional generic, that Donald Trump has the lowest approval rating of any president at this point in his presidency in American history. So your viewers are getting one view, and I'm reading another view. So one of us is right and one of us is wrong.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.